Hello and welcome to the Sunday Guardian show by Joyeeta Basu. I'm the editor of the Sunday Guardian newspaper published from New Delhi. In today's episode, let us discuss what next now that Nitish Kumar has ditched the BJP and has returned to the Mahagathbandhan and become Chief Minister once again, in fact for the 8th time. To start with, we are all awestruck with Nitish Kumar, yes. Awestruck at his staying power and his political agility that makes him jump ship and land on his feet whenever he wants to, and agility that has made him Bihar Chief Minister for 8 times. Now, after his oath-taking ceremony as Chief Minister, Nitish Kumar directed a barb at Prime Minister Narendra Modi by saying, "The person who won in 2014, will he win in 2024? He added that he did not have any prime ministerial ambitions, but was instead working towards opposition unity ahead of 2024. We have heard this before, haven't we? Yes. Mamata Banerjee also has been saying something similar. So is K. Chandrasekhar Rao, Telangana Chief Minister. They are all working for opposition unity and they do not have any personal ambitions. Fine, if you say so. Now the buzz is that just like the other two leaders, Nitish Kumar too is very serious about becoming Prime Minister in 2024, or at least be the opposition's face as Prime Minister candidate. In fact, people who know him have always said that he wants to be Prime Minister. That is his ambition, or at least occupy either one of the two topmost posts of President or Vice President of the country. In fact, one of the reasons behind the fallout between BJP and Nitish Kumar was because BJP did not make him either President or Vice President. Now, the buzz now is that both RJD and Congress are ready to project him as the opposition's prime ministerial candidate, with the plan being that eventually Nitish Kumar will shift focus to national politics and Tejaswi Yadav will become Bihar Chief Minister. So it suits the RJD to have Nitish Kumar out of the way. As for the Congress, it is in any way no position to dictate any terms. And Rahul Gandhi knows that the Congress will have to play junior partner to much stronger regional parties and pick up seats here and there in these states to add to its seats that it gets from states where it has some presence. Yes, Congress still has some presence in a few states. But for all this to happen, the opposition has to be first united. Now, even if Nitish Kumar's JDU, now in alliance with the RJD, is able to win 16 Lok Sabha MPs it had won in 2019, while in alliance with the BJP, why will Mamata Banerjee, who thinks that she has the potential to win 42 Lok Sabha seats that West Bengal has, why will she agree to Nitish Kumar becoming the opposition's face against Narendra Modi in 2024? It is something similar with KCR. Both are likely to win more seats than Nitish ever will. And then there is Sharad Pawar, the grand old man of Indian politics, who has been wanting to become Prime Minister for a very, very long time. Let's not forget the new entrant, Arvind Kejriwal too. All of them have prime ministerial ambitions. In fact, opposition supporters say that even M.K. Stalin in Tamil Nadu and Pinarayi Vijayan from Kerala have the potential to become Prime Minister. Also, how will opposition unity come about without strong regional leaders such as Jagan Reddy in Andhra Pradesh and Naveen Patnaik in Odisha? Where do they stand, with the government or with the opposition? Now, will they be a part of the united opposition? Now, we are not talking about Samajwadi Party and Bahujan Samaj Party here, because currently the BJP seems quite invincible in UP, which has 80 Lok Sabha seats. So these two parties may not be able to add much to the opposition kitty. And most importantly, how will these parties pose a challenge with their seats unless and until Congress wins a substantial portion of the around 200 seats that the party is in direct fight with the BJP. But if the Congress wins a substantial number of seats in 2024, will it be so keen to give up the Prime Minister's chair to Nitish Kumar? It's quite a conundrum if you look at it. And most importantly, what is the vision that Nitish Kumar has for India? Now, the time for secular versus communal debate is over. That is moth-eaten rhetoric. What is his alternate vision for development? As it is, his governance graph has been nosediving. He still has pockets of influence in Bihar, but there's a lot of unhappiness on the ground against him. In fact, the BJP was under pressure from its cadre to drop him as he was becoming a liability. You see, there's no doubt, of course, the country needs a very strong opposition, and every party, however small, has the right to have its own ambitions and the need to carve out its own space. Similarly, BJP too has the right to expand its base, and it will but naturally attempt to take up and take over the space regional parties occupy. Now, every party worth its name would do the same given half a chance. In fact, Bihar, if you look at Bihar, it is shaping up into a direct BJP versus RJD fight, where it is not the BJP but the RJD that will likely swallow the space that smaller parties including the JDU occupy. Now, unless the BJP is able to woo these groups to its fold. Now, in all this melee, let us not forget the voter. The opposition should not give the voter the impression that their leaders are jostling with each other to become footnotes of history by getting their names recorded as Prime Minister. Now, if it happens like that, the opposition will destroy its case by that. If the opposition wants to put up a credible fight against the BJP, it should make the elections about the people and their needs, about governance and policies, and not about their leaders' personal ambitions. Thank you for watching. Until the next time.